So we got a Magnum box turtle right here. Biggest one I've seen in a while. I'm thinking it'll work better this time because I actually brought enough charcoal. The whole tree separates back and forth as the wind blows. It's cranked all the way down.
I wonder if it hurts the sound of it.
Oh well. But the rain's picking up again, so we're gonna get back, start heading back. We got about 10 miles. Actually kind of nice, but it ends at a camp spot. Alright, as far as position in the truck, do you think position it, back it into this spot?
Yeah, I'd back it in, that way all the stuff's more accessible.
Last time I did the awning when it was raining, I did the awning over the ass end of the truck.
Yeah.
It took up a little bit of the space, but then you could work on the tailgate and not get rained on.
That's what I was thinking. Or hell, don't put it as far and just run the tarp over it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah. Got a Magnum box turtle here. Real big. The bigger the curl, the older the shell. I mean, the older the turtle is. He's missing an arm here. So he's had some battlefield injuries here. And we just got him out of the trail. We don't want him to get run over. It's raining, so they like to come out when it's raining. Real pretty colorations on his skin. Nice and orange. But we're gonna put him back.
You get enough beans and corn?
You usually put 2 of each. Drain the water out of the green beans. Just put them in, and you use a little bit of the corn because it sweetens a little bit, and then they do the rest broth, and it usually works out pretty good. So we're gonna have basically a stew. Seemed like an appropriate dish for the weather. Seemed like a good idea. If the rain sounds loud on the audio, you ought to hear it in person. Decided to come up here, up on this new trail that I showed in one of my other videos that I didn't get to go all the way to the end of it, so we decided we'd come up here while it's raining and go all the way to the end, finally get some real rain content. Brian's sporting his new poncho. We're getting to try out some equipment. Try out yet another brand new piece of cast iron that, and by brand new, I mean it was made in probably the 70s or 60s. BSR flat bottom pot. Picked it up at a flea market. We got set up. It was already raining when we set up, but it wasn't raining too bad. We got our awning up, and then behind me, what you can't see, we've got a tarp strung up so we have a little bit more space. We're on a little bit of a hill, so we're sitting in a mud puddle right now. But other than that, nothing we're getting. Camera's not getting wet. We're not getting wet. I think I forgot my can opener. So 2 of these cans we might have to go GI style with our bayonets on. And where we're camping at, it's under a flash flood warning. And there's a creek crossing in it that y'all saw in the previous video if you watched it. So on the way out might be a little sketchy, I don't know, so we'll have to find out. Didn't have no trouble coming in though. This trail dead ends. It apparently used to continue on to a different road, but they've since cut that off. So it dead ends down here, and we got a pretty good little campground, camping spot. Normal people don't do this. We're not normal people, are we, Brian?
I'm doing it for you and you're doing it for them.
Brian's claiming he doesn't enjoy it, that it's just because he loves me, but I know he enjoys it. Sporting a new case knife here. Ordered this one off of eBay. They don't make it anymore. It's called a back pocket knife. So, it's kind of sweet. I'm putting an ass load of potatoes in here. I'm not sure why, but we're going to go with it.
We got them.
Huh?
Because we got them.
I hate having just enough leftover potatoes or something where it's not enough to do really anything with, so I just say to hell with it, put it all in there. Once we get this on, we're gonna let this cook for a few hours, so while we do that, we're gonna cook some sausage and ham steaks and stuff. The only real danger here is a tree falling and killing us both, but other than that, there doesn't appear to be any dead standing around us, at least not immediately on us. There's nowhere really to camp around here where you're not surrounded by trees. There's no real open clearing, so just gotta kind of work with what you got.
If you want to put some of that in the stew.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too. You grab the stew meat out of the cooler. You grab the stew meat out of the cooler. And I brought some baby carrots for Dr. Oss, because she called me out on that last video. I didn't put any carrots in, so I made sure to bring some. This is sausage in there.
Okay.
We got 2 different kinds of, this is just regular stew meat, and then this is beef round chunks. We got 2 different meats going in here. Figured why not, YOLO. When you're up, grab the salt and pepper out the end of that drawer if you would, sir. Wind's blowing so hard it's blowing the pepper all over the place. could brown this before you put it in, but I don't feel like it, so we're not gonna do it. It's gonna be a meaty stew, I can tell you that. Ain't gonna be none of that crap where there ain't no meat in it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt because the beef broth's already got salt in it, but I'm just gonna put a little bit. Smells like green beans.
I don't think you'll get all 4 cans in there.
No, I might just do 1 can of each. Much metal shavings in it as possible. Gonna go whole bayonet on it here.
Take days. This is like some summer sausage here. We're gonna put some of that in there too. You want the sausage?
I don't want to put too much water in it. I don't want it to boil over. But we're going to put this over here on the large kickoff grill. If I can get the camera adjusted. Yeah, there it is right there. We're gonna plop this on. Plop that on over there, like so. Put the lid on it. We're basically going to leave it right there for however long we feel like, maybe 2, 3, 4, hell, maybe 5 hours. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes to cook. It's a heaping, helping a stew action going on. I made the mistake of bringing the wrong charcoal, but fortunately I had a thing of acetone, so I just soaked the hell out of the charcoal with acetone as a fire starter. I'm not worried about it because we're not cooking directly on the grate. We're just cooking in a pot. So normally if we're cooking on the grate, we're not using harsh chemicals to start fires. But since it's in its own container, I'm not worried about it. I managed to run off without my lapel mic, so we're using the shotgun mic right now. So the rain's exceptionally loud on these tarps. There's a big bubble of it right here, and we're having to, that's all the water running off the top of the tarp right there. There we go. That's a little better. I bumped the ISO up some, so it might be a little grainy, but at least you can see what we're looking at. So that's the setup there. I'm thinking it'll work better this time because I actually brought enough charcoal. But other than that, we got Brian over here in his poncho. We got that lantern right there that's so bright. We got the truck set up there in the background. We got our regular awning that we use. And then above that, we got this tarp that runs all the way back over here behind us. This bulb right there that you're seeing sagging down is probably 15 gallons of water we got to keep pushing off every few minutes. But we're not going to run out of anything to drink. But that's about it. Brian's attempting to use his twig stove here. But everything's just drenched. So, it smells good though while it's burning. Whatever is burning. Over here we still got the stew cooking away in here. We'll do a little peek in there. It's looking pretty good. Let's get up the temperature more. It takes a second. And the coals are burning nice and bright in there.
Yeah, this is just going to be too wet.
Yeah, we're thinking the twigs just too drenched. We don't have any good kindling. But
that was just an experiment.
Just experimenting here, see if it would. I mean, obviously it could be done if you wanted to hassle with it a whole lot, but
that's why you carry, you know, a stove.
Yeah, that's why you carry multiple forms of cooking. So right now we've got that if we had to. We've got this, and then we've got a propane stove as well. It's always important to have redundancy in equipment. Like we've got lanterns, we've got flashlights. We got probably 15 different ways to start a fire, you know. Rain's let up a little bit, but it's coming in waves. So it's let up for just a minute. It's not too bad. The wind's still real rough though. I don't know if you can see how bad the wind's blowing over there or not. Picked up again. It's raining pretty damn hard right now. Other than sitting in about 3 inches worth of flowing water, we're pretty dry. Outside of that, the wind's blowing it in on us. See right there. Kind of swampy. It's pretty chilly too, honestly.
Yeah, there you go. Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's raining hella hard right now. The wind's blowing pretty good, but we're kind of sheltered from it just a little bit, so we're not getting the full rain effect. We've got a coffee cup over here. This size coffee cup, we set it out when we first got here and it's already halfway filled. That's how much it's rained since we got here. So we finally got the rain content we've been looking for. I was trying to dig some trenches over here to funnel the water off and away from us, but there's so much of it that it alleviated it for a minute, then it started raining so much harder, there ain't nothing you can do about it. You'd have to have a work crew out here to cut the ditch deep enough to get the water away. It's not the most ideal spot for this kind of camping. But that's why we're not camping. This is day camping, so we could have put it up a little bit on this knoll right here where the water would have run away from us. But we were in a hurry to get set up before it started raining like this. It's getting a little sporty out here, so we brought a chainsaw because we figured that maybe some trees will fall across the trail on the way back out. So we brought a chainsaw with us so we can cut our way out. We've got 15 different axes. We got a one-man crosscut saw. We'll get the hell out of here if we have to. We're not following David Politis' advice about not going camping in terrible weather. We're not following that advice. But neither one of us are hyper intelligent or noticeably crippled or anything like he talks about, so I really enjoy his work. I watch it a lot, his YouTube channel. I've got a couple of his books. I love his documentaries. I really like his work. I enjoy it quite a bit. If you've never checked out his channel, you should look at it. If you're into kind of paranormal, spooky stuff, I think you would enjoy David Politis' channel. Missing 411. That's the series of his books. I think his YouTube channel is just called the Can-Am Missing Persons Project. So it's Canada, Can, and then AM is America. I can't remember how many books he's got now. It's like 8 or 10, something like that. And he's got 2 documentaries. He does good work. I like his stuff. And he's been on Coast to Coast AM several times, talking to George Norrie. He does cool stuff. Brian's over here boiling some water for some coffee. What are them things called? The
Sternos.
what are they called?
Sternos?
Yeah, little sterno cans. He's got one of those in there. He's trying that out. Got some water boiling with the Stanley French press. It works real good. We're pretty happy with it. It's a much better improvement over the original Stanley one that had a plastic handle on it that would melt, overheat. We used it for a long time, but they came out with a new model because apparently they learned from past mistakes. It's got an old metal handle and everything. It's so loud out here, we're having to shout. Neither one of us can hear very well, so we're yelling. I'm trying to yell at the camera so you might be able to hear what I'm saying, because this camera doesn't have an external microphone, so I'm trying to talk pretty loud so that you might can understand anything that I'm saying.
It may take a day or two to get the floor.
Yeah, there's his setup right there. That's sitting on one of those like gel sterno can right there. The wind is picking up tremendously. Remind me if I use the other camera, which I don't think I will, but if I do, to put the windsock on the microphone. That other stuff I filmed earlier may not even be usable because the wind was blowing so hard. It wasn't too bad when I did it earlier, so I'm hoping the audio's all right. It's getting sporty.
B-roll rain sounds
Yeah. I'll have some good rain sounds. I've been putting up some videos, just rain recording. If nothing. All right, so I changed the battery. Battery died on us. It's the only thing I don't like about this GoPro. Hang on, let me get it stable. Yeah, sorry, I had to put a new battery in this thing. It's the only thing we don't like about the GoPro so far is the damn battery dies in like 30 minutes. We've tried to adjust all the settings, get everything turned off that's not absolutely necessary, and the batteries don't last for shit. So there's some aftermarket batteries that have really good reviews that say that they last, you know, double, some of them claim triple the life of a regular GoPro battery. So gonna have to see about getting some of them, because this is kind of ridiculous that you got to change the battery every 20 minutes. We're not filming in 4K or anything right now, so the wind's really picking up. Real strong gusts. It's gonna really suck breaking down camp, because we're just kind of day camping today. It's gonna suck hard breaking down camp in this freaking storm. Brian's cutting himself a piece of ham over here for a biscuit. Well, we're waiting on this pot of stew over here cooking. It's been on for a little over an hour. It's looking good so far. Try not to peek at it too much. Let it do its thing over there. I was worried about having to add coals to this kickoff grill, but it looks like it's burning good. I don't think I'm gonna have to add any more coals to it, or at least not right now. All right, stew's done. We're gonna scoop us out some here. All right, so here's the final product. We got a couple biscuits go with it. We got trees cracking in the background.
Oh, that's good.
But here we go. We're gonna go ahead and eat now, but just want to give you a peek of what it looked like. Anyway, so this is the tree we've been, yeah, I hope you can see that there. There's a stick stuck in the fork of it, and the whole tree separates back and forth as the wind blows, and it's cranked all the way down.
I wonder if it heard the sound of it.
Oh well. But the rain's picking up again, so we're gonna get back, start heading back. We got about 10 miles to go before we're back to kind of the main trail. So we'll film some more again at the creek crossing and stuff. But we got camp packed up just in time, so it's perfect. So this is the waterfall from the other video. That's how much rain we've gotten. Looks like on the other side. So that's this side. We'll try to show you this side here. We figured there'd be a tree down, but There's Brian standing in front of it. This is right at the very end of the trail, right where you turn on. We were kind of wondering how come we hadn't seen one so far. We just passed a guy and we kind of drove past him. He stopped, but I'm used to just driving past people. Most people don't want to talk, so. But he kind of paused. I guess he was going to tell us about this tree, but he cut just enough of it out of the road here so we can get through. Looks like a white oak to me. I don't know. My brother's the expert with the trees, but looks like a white oak to me. The wind.